My parents didn't skip my graduation. They ghosted it like a bad date. The text hit at midnight, too exhausted from Brielle's whirlwind European jaunt. We'll make it up next time. The next time that evaporated faster than their promises by dawn. I'm gripped Harvard's podium, 1,000 lenses locked on me. 3 front row seats glaring back 2 voids, one crowned with a lone white rose. I planted myself because nobody else bothered when the ovation crashed. Their silence shattered too. Every broadcast looped my words. The globe witnessed what they blinded themselves to. You imagine the gut punch of invisibility until the curtain drops too late. Nah, you don't grasp it till the fallout hits. I was raised in a speck of a town where your surname dictated your parking spot. Sunday dawns reeked of percolated rumors. Starched collars, my mother Marlene Hart worshipped those rituals. The queen of facades who preached that if the veneer gleamed, flawless folks might swallow the lie whole, my father, Harold, lurked beside her, the eternal nodder mute as a shadow. Then Brielle, the effortless prodigy, the golden spawn, the switch that flipped Marlene's tone from venom to velvet. I was the elder, the muted one. The girl tagged Brielle's shadow before anyone. Clocked my actual name. Age 10, my birthday cake blazed. Congratulations, Brielle, because Marlene botched the bakery order post her recital. She chuckled, slid me a sliver anyway. We'll redo yours next weekend. We never did that instant absence bloated. The room like toxic gas. Our facade screamed postcard pristine white shutters, clipped boxwood's holiday bulbs synced to the second. Inside, it thrived on rivalry. Brielle's giggle symphony mine, white noise, her medals shrine-walled my straight A's. That's cute then. Can you fold Brielle's costumes? Harold's eyes glued elsewhere, every triumph of mine an echo acknowledged, ignored. Grandma Evelyn pierced the veil 2 blocks down lavender and lie on her skin. She'd murmur, "You don't crave cheers." To hold worth, darling? I dismissed her, then older, I quit pleading. Funneled fury into academia marks were fortress figures impartial by 17. I haunted the garage till moonrise, resurrecting radios, gutting engines, decoding fractures, maybe secretly. Patching us. But my peaks amplified their hushed state essay crown, Marlene? That's sweet now. Zip Brielle's duffel, Harold grunts and glance, that muteness. The initial fissure, bizarre how one muted beat metastasizes into eternity. I missed it then, but that's sweet. Every vacant pew primed me for the eruption that would render their quiet, deafening Harvard detonated. My small-town cage wasn't raucous, electric pulsing first breath. Without justification, cobblestone veins. Science center brew. Midnight keyboard choruses, pure kinship. Yet their void stalked me freshman term. I emailed snapshots, me scarlet muffler, Widener backdrop, radiant. Marlene, 3 days later, quaint spot, Brielle snagged Manhattan coaching gig, thrilling Harold thumbs up. Emoji period, no pride, no wellness check, just orbit reminder. Around another Sun junior year, I ceased dispatches, victories rang empty sans the gazes I craved most. Still, I surged, nabbed RA gig under Dean Vargas impact over pedigree she drilled. Data equals destinies, in digits you wield a voice Zoe through reason that lodged while peers plotted getaways. I entombed in stacks digitizing tattered bills. Parish health logs, spreadsheets, pulsed disparity proof, hush slays louder than screams. Each dossier echoed home how effortless a version when it spares your skin. Then the ping congrats valedictorian nominee class of 2024. I gawked, eternally craving that split-second parental spark dialed voicemail texted eons later. Marlene, oops, darling. Italy, with Brielle law clerk stint proud of both daughters. Both that syllable eviscerated deeper than scorn. Both footnote in my conquest that dusk Maya discovered me. Dorm stoop phone, vise gripped you solid, I nodded. Fibbing interior something. Splintered, subtly fortnight. On fresh ping, breezy too drained from Brielle's odyssey next occasion. I read it twice. Then hammered back rest. Well, no venom. Just the guillotine on begging that night. Rest well flew out. I didn't shed a tear. Didn't rage. Just perched in dorm hush. Charles River shards dancing the wall between burnout and razor clarity. I clocked I'd hunted phantoms forever. Specters who'd never materialize. No matter how thunderous my winds that imploded everything, but ignited the inferno. Next dawn, I stormed commencement desk. Demanded 3 family slots. Clerk will all attend. I flashed a blade smile. Yes, one for Grandma Evelyn, one for Maya. One blank card inked reserved for who shows up. Maya gawked like I'd torched the rulebook. Poetic, she snorted. Half cackling, I shrugged. Raw truth days bled, I drowned in speech. Widener till sunrise, scrawling fury on scrap notes. Java-ringed napkins, no polish, pure gut. I scripted every ghost worker, double-shifting cafeteria, slop 2A. Printer necromancy, wiring rent mid-lecture. How silence morphs survival to siege. How the ones owed ovations drill you to pirouette solo. Dean Vargas scanned draft mute, then eyes blazing. This ain't speech, it's execution, graduation week campus. Crackled euphoria. Adieus kids arched selfies. Parents toted blooms shudders. I ducked speech crisp folded. Grandma Evelyn rolled in dusk before lavender coat whispering, "You prove zilch." Zoe just unleashed dawn text, still festered 2 drained bruise glowing. I preserved it, memory of mute I robed. Deliberate pinned tassel-strode yard flanked by duo who'd never orphaned me. Grandma Maya third throne loomed rose-crowned stage primed me too. Sun knifed that morn, blinding the ribache, memorial bells thundered. Yard crimson robe, ocean tassels, jittered flashes, families mauled, waved, screamed lilac new era perfume. I claimed stage perch pulse metronome up here, yard infinite face sea parents, neck craned hunting their prizes. I swept front once new grandma. Blue Maya lens locked between empty throne rows blazed red cushion, wind defiant no anticipated stab colder, mute last inhale pre-plunge name, boomed valedictorian, Zoe Hart applause. Tsunami, I marched podium steps leaden with 2-decade unsaid mic. Hissed I braced inhaled audience C, good morning voice. Ironclad when they blind us we forge sight, the din vaporized gale froze. I named Invisible's counter jockeys midnight tech wizards, remittance mid-class how globe crowns roar ignores grit. We drill young, I spat sometimes, reserved thrones gape, we erect fresh banquets. Maya tear-swiped grandma, chin quivered, cane gripped, I surged words no longer solo. Every choked syllable, 24 years mute once flogged. I roared now armor when none arrive. You master arrival for others. Mike snagged quiver, I let it ride truth. Ain't varnish final salvo, may we never vacate next throne for successors. Applause crept, then detonated yard students, vaulted profs upright, orchestra violins, soared all I eyed. Front grandma erect palms, heart Maya, bawling lens, ditched empty throne, sunbathed rose breeze. Flutter surrender pennant, no vengeance liberation ceremony. Smeared caps, airborne cackles, starburst flashes, moment amber frozen viral, snap me podium. Sun-kissed, empty throne rose framed reception hall. Phone seizure ping stacked mentions, repost banners. Harvard valedictorian viral absence resilience. Empty throne global. I scrolled. Halted screen flared, unsaved, eternal Marlene. Then Harold, then. Brielle calls texts, barrage Marlene. Why no, heads up, everyone's grilling our absence. Harold, you painted abandonment, no optics. Brielle, slick villain arc. Zoe, congrats, sarcasm. Moment, I gaped buzz, palm thrumming, then mute flipped face down Maya. Watched silent not picking. I shook they spewed plenty dusk apartment city glint window. Grandma couch, paper grip, front page snap. You shamed zero. She murmured you unmasked her words. Chest deep morn tale, national inbox avalanche, peers, strangers. Hacks. Ted Scout expand speech hashtags raged empty throne build. You round seat laugh or sob. Then Marlene ping, we must converse, overkill. I glared irony, gut twist, now dialogue, now audience, grandma peak, let them crawl. I did one blast, dinner tomorrow. Cambridge, solo, 7 p.m., no excuses. No sorry, just summons to confront, decades dodged. They lurched late, predictable knock timid guilt. In polite drag, Harold stiff jacket first, Marlene purse, vice, Brielle mascara, lethal eyes, ping pong table, tiny four-set. Soup loaves bare, I'd etched a tiny cedar plaque beside the spare throne for who shows up. Marlene shattered the hush first, you eviscerated us. Zoe voice splintering, pride panic hybrid neighbors devoured the clip. Know the sting of global branding. Us deserters. I locked her gaze. You required 0 globe to spell abandonment. You scripted it daily. Harold tried buttering. You could have flagged valedictorian. We'd have jetted, would you? I murmured. Because state crown, you haunted Brielle's recital. Fellowship Nashville, perpetual alibi. Perpetual jaunt, perpetual. Drained room, petrified air congealed. Brielle parted lips, then sealed, finally exhaled. I never clocked your agony. It didn't. I countered and meant it. Zero sting. Now Grandma Evelyn's mantra. Ricocheted love doesn't loiter till convenient. It materializes on demand. Marlene's frame sagged. We figured you thrived solo, perpetual self-sufficient. I exhaled, razor chuckle independence ain't trait. Its scar tissue mute descended dense. Yet not vicious fracture perhaps, epiphany perhaps mortification, no apology hunt. I declared, mere reliability pledge, arrival, arrive. Pledge, fatigue, hibernate, but vanish post-pledge. That's the sum nobody vocalized eternity. Harold dipped chin tardy like first-time surrender. Will attempt I flashed ghost smile genesis, they evacuated. Apartment exhaled lighter, table rose-drooped petals. Velvet yet regal, I swapped fresh twin hue, twin code, weak terminus planet, chased fresher scandal. Yet my lair throne persisted, vigilant, expectant, post-dinner week, eerie, serene, not void. Phone hiccuped. Rarer news vortex spun. Harvard reverted tourist pigeon waltz, yet interior tectonic realigned bone reset post-decade torment. Grandma Evelyn drifted bi-daily lemon loaf counsel, cloaked chit-chat you handed mirror. She sipped now their call, if reflection. Flatters. I grinned but withheld for mirrors. I'd squandered eons awaiting week onward. I orated modest downtown gig library crypt, 0 grand pupils locals. I recycled speech shards intimate chamber. 0 lenses, 0 thunder, mere head bobs from souls. Versed in throne crafting post girl. My vintage eyes, dewy parents ghosted my cap too. She breathed your blueprint, dulled the blade. Instant crystallized narrative fulfilled, transmuted anguish into another's license to mend lair throne corner desk. Cedar tag dangled who shows up. Sunbeam struck precise, never vacant, ever primed. Marlene pinged subsequent Sunday feast next week. Dawn punctual, I gawked heartbeat, then tapped Dawnworks, morn after final Harvard Yard transect. Grass coffee perfume. Genesis echo I eyed former podium. Sun flooding, bricks murmured, not venom, not vanity, just certainty. They behold me now. Justice skips, sorry arrives. Clarity decades. Pleading vision one dawn, you halt begging. Planet pivots regardless. That's my arc. Kin didn't morph, nocturnal. Yet enter, silence did guilt. Evacuated choice, infiltrated now kitchen table, throne flanks. Not monument to no-shows, but summons for arrivals. Any invisible, any solo clapper, any architect from their debris. This tale yours. Ever erected from shards, they discarded this yarn. Yours ever lingered for arrivals that defaulted linger, finite erect throne, perch regal, let them gawk the mist.